Hi guys, welcome back to my doll room channel. I'm so excited today. I've been waiting all day. This package came even later than usual and this is a package from Babyland. Yay! I am trying to cut down on my baby purchases, as I've told you guys before, but this was probably the last one I got. Right around the time I decided to cut back, I saw this baby on the website and I was like, you're killing me, Babyland, you're killing me, because she was just one of those babies that you just know, I have to get this one. It's a Christmas baby. She had the mocha skin that I love, guys, and the light eyes, similar to the Baldy baby that I got recently. And I just completely melted when I saw her with her beautiful candy cane kind of hair, double ponies. So I haven't looked at her yet. I just slit the tape off camera and I'm ready to open her for the first time with you guys today. So let's meet this baby. Some bubble wrap. She was from the .com, so she's in the clear bag. I've noticed that the boxes, by the way, guys, lately, if you see, it doesn't have that red tape on it that says like fragile or delicate or whatever it says. It hasn't been having that the last couple of packages, so I thought that was kind of interesting. But oh my goodness, I'm getting my first gaze at her through this plastic and she's so beautiful. All right, oh, she's stuck in there. I can't get her out. I think she might be a breech delivery out of the bag, everybody. Oh my gosh, here she comes. She's so cute. Let me fluff up her hair a little before I turn her around to make her camera debut. She's so pretty, guys. Oh my goodness, I just love her. She got her dimples, she got her freckles. She is gorgeous. Take a look at that face. Isn't she pretty? I absolutely love her. And her name is Audrey Savannah. Audrey Savannah. And I had a great aunt named Audrey. So I thought I loved the name, and Savannah was beautiful as well. So Audrey Savannah, I kept that name that she had on the website. And I did ask for them to add earrings. Oh, I think this is the first baby I've had with little silver ball earrings. I've always had either the gold balls or the pearl earrings. And then also on my CCEs, they kind of have the diamond looking bling, crystal kind of earrings. But this is my first one, I believe, that has the silver ball earrings, so that's interesting. Silver bells, I guess, for Christmas baby. She is a Christmas baby. If you look at her hair, she's got the Truly yarn, but she also has regular yarn mixed in as well in the white. I think it's just the white. And so she's got white and the red Truly yarn, thicker yarn, and then some of the white regular yarn mixed in as well. She's got beautiful silver bows for Christmas. She has this beautiful dress. It's got little bling snowflakes on it, guys. See her name tag. And let's look at the shoes. She's got beautiful silver shoes. And guys, it's the face that is the killer, right? Like, I just love the mocha with the light eyes. I just think it's so beautiful. She's got, like, just to me, like the perfect little face. And I had my typical dimples. I don't add it on all of them, but I would say most of them I've added the dimples on the cheeks, the chin, because it runs in our family. Get it from my dad. My daughter even has it a little as well. And then, of course, some freckles, as you can see as well. And she's just beautiful She's just gorgeous. So I'm so excited to welcome her in the patch. And I'm going to grab her Christmas sister off the shelf, my other Christmas baby, which I also got not too long ago, maybe last month. And I'll show you her as well. She has similar hair, so we'll take a look at both of them together. So I'll be right back. All right, so I just grabbed this baby off the shelf, and her name is Candy Cane. I have shown her in a video before. I bought her from another seller. I believe it was on the Soft Face Place selling group. It was either there or XRO Adoptions, I'm not positive. But I saw her on there and absolutely loved her. She has very similar hair to Audrey, little Audrey that came in today, but it is not exactly the same. If you see in her hair, she has twisted yarn that has both colors. So it's like a two-tone yarn that has both colors, which is really cool. And she, as I look closer, she does not have any of the thin yarn in her hair. So hers is a combo of the white and the red thick Truly yarn, and then like a true candy cane kind of yarn, also in the thicker yarn, Truly yarn, and it has the two-tone. So very similar, but not exactly the same on their hair. And her name is Candy Cane, so it goes perfect with this. And she's just adorable. So this is my other 2021 Christmas baby. She's got like the goldish shoes. So we just wanted to show you her as well for comparison, because their hair is similar, but again, not exactly the same. And she's got, I believe I've heard collectors call these the crescent eyes. I always notice the difference with this type of eye because the top of the eye, the iris part, the colored iris part, fills in the whole white. There's like no space or gap on the side. It just fills up the whole top. But yes, there's also a crescent shape in the white right there, if you see, and I believe that's why collectors call it the crescent eyes. So I think these eyes are adorable. I like both. I like to have a little bit of each because just to change it up. But they look so sweet and innocent and sometimes a little sad, so I think they look so adorable. So I'm gonna bring Audrey back. So then again, for comparison, you can see Audrey, for me when I look at her, she has a lot more red in the hair, not as much white. But if you look at the back, I mean, it does look like there's a lot of white too. And this one ponytail seems to have a little bit more red, and this one has more white. But in the front, it looks pretty symmetrical with the amount of white and red. And her shoes are falling off. I'm gonna just pull them off for now. They're falling off. These baby shoes are constantly falling off around here, whether they're the soft sculptures or the mass market. They cannot keep their shoes on. So I love both of them. I like that they're different. And going back to what I was mentioning about the eyes, you can see on this girl's eyes that white part isn't as much, it's not as big of a swoop like the crescent. It's, you know, it's got the little swirl thing, but if I put them side by side, you can see the difference in the way the eyes are painted. And that on my green-eyed girl there, you can see that there's a little room more with the white at the top of the eye, on the sides of the iris, whereas with this girl, with the brown eyes, the brown iris part is completely filling up the eye, and there's no white on the sides at the top. And you can see on the girl with the brown eyes, the bigger crescent shape on that swirl there compared to that one. So that is something that I know, you know, some collectors definitely pay attention to. They prefer sometimes one type of eye over the other in the way that they're painted. And at Babyland, you can only assume that they probably have to change artists sometimes as well. I don't know how many artists they have that do the eyes, but I think that there's been comments lately that some of the dolls, particularly maybe the lilies on the .com website, the eyes have looked a little bit different, as if maybe it's a different artist or are they just changing up the style. But they've definitely changed the way they've painted the eyes over the years. Even if you look at the vintage soft sculptures, you can see that there's been an evolution and it's changed. So they do periodically change it. There was a period back when I wasn't collecting during that time, but I've seen some of the soft sculptures from that era. Maybe it was, I'm not even positive because again, I wasn't collecting then. It might have been 10, 15 years ago. I don't know if there's anybody that was collecting softies during that period, but what I'm referring to is a period where they were outlining the eyes with black. And so some of the CCEs that have been out this year have had those old eyes, that old style where it was outlined in black, which is just different. It looks really cool. It almost looks like a little eyeliner at the top, like on the top lid or something. So that's a different style as well that you'll see. So while I'm talking about eyes, I might as well bring down one of my vintage softies and I'll just show you, you know, for the comparison so you can see the difference in those eyes as well. Just like the progression, it changes over the years and they just change it up and they keep it fresh. So that's the cool thing about it. But I'll bring down one of the vintage babies right now so you can take a look at that too. All right, so this baby I just brought down from the shelf up there. This is Miss Lucy Eloise. And I've had her in my collection for a long time now, since I was in my 20s when I was collecting back then, before I had my daughter and moved across country. So I've had her since I was in New Jersey. I bought her on eBay probably 20 years ago. But if you look at her eyes, she's a passy girl too. They don't make the passy ones at this time, from what I was told when I inquired. I don't know how long ago they stopped making passy babies, but these are pretty sought after. They go for a good mint usually, the soft sculptures with the pacifiers, especially the removable ones, because some of them, the earlier ones, were fixed. But anyway, let's go back to the eyes and take a look. You can see that they had like a white dot and then like a slightly bigger kind of, almost towards a crescent shape below the pupil, the black pupil. So, but it's definitely different, and how the faces have changed over the years, you know, as we compare these guys side by side. You can see the eyes are definitely different. They're bigger. The whole face is kind of bigger, chubbier cheeks, the structure. If you see the profile of this girl, you see her face is flatter in comparison to the newer babies. Like you can just see these are a lot more, I guess, protruded. And there's like a little bit more 3D. So definitely changes in the way that they've done the eyes over the years. But I love, like I said in the last video, I love both the vintage and the modern softies, as well as the mass market. I love them all. And so I just love this girl. I think she's absolutely beautiful, guys. I'm so excited to welcome her in, and she's probably, we'll see, I always say this, she's probably going to be my last one for a little while as I'm trying to save up for some trips and things, as I mentioned before. So she was just one of those, like, you saw her and like, I just feel like she'll definitely be a forever baby for me. I can't imagine parting with any of them, any of my softies. I've recently sold some of my, or readopted out some of my mass market kids that I hadn't had that long. I wasn't really that attached to them, and as I kind of discovered what I preferred more, I had a few I wanted to let go. But these softies, even my vintage ones that I've had, I can't imagine rehoming them to someone else, adopting them out, because I just get attached to them. Like, I don't know, some people that don't collect dolls probably wouldn't understand that. How do you get attached? But you do, like, especially those vintage ones I've had like 20 years. I couldn't imagine selling any of those. And at this point with me, with collecting the vintage ones, I'm really only interested in finding the, I guess the ones that are a little bit more hard to find, the older ones with the older tags, some of the U editions, some of the hand sign. That's the only vintage ones I'm really seeking when I look now. Whereas a lot of the ones I got earlier, I was just going on cuteness factor and what I found that I liked for a decent price. So I have a lot of the ones with some of the newer tags, even though they're vintage, but newer for the vintage. So if I was like reevaluating my vintage softie collection, there's probably a lot I would say I could let that one go. It's not as old, it's not as collectible, it's not as valuable, it doesn't have papers, but the attachment factor is there. I've had them for so long and I just don't want to let them go. So they're just too special. And two, if they don't have their papers and they're not, you know, more sought after or hard to find, they probably wouldn't even bring in enough money in my mind for me to sell them. I'm like, what am I gonna get, 50 bucks? Does all this baby I've had 20 years? Like, I don't want to let them go. So it's hard. You get attached to them. I see a lot of you guys, the fellow collectors, just rehoming your babies. And I know if we want to keep collecting, ultimately that's something that's got to happen, but it's just so hard. I don't know how you could do it. I don't know. I'm sure I'll get there eventually, but I'm not there yet. So anyway, this is Miss Audrey Savannah. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. She's a beautiful 2021 Christmas baby that just arrived today from Babyland. I'm so excited to bring her in. I'm gonna show you again her sister she's gonna be with, which is the beautiful, like, I just love her face too, the beautiful, adorable Candy Cane. So we've got Miss Audrey Savannah and we've got Candy Cane, and I love them both. Their hair is similar but different, and I think I just love that they have each the different style eyes. They definitely have differences about them that I love. So anyway, thank you for joining me again on my channel for this unboxing from Babyland. Audrey and I are gonna say goodbye now. She's gonna find a spot where she wants to chill in the doll room, so we'll have to see where that will be. But we want to thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time, everybody. And thank you so much for stopping by and watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Bye, guys.